Oh my gosh, I was telling the story of what just happened. And why I fell asleep. Give me a second. Hey, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not all here, guys. I was just talking to my friend this morning. I was like, wow, I might be disassociating right now. I might be very heavily disassociated with everything right now. But I was like giving my dog his afternoon treat, right? And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a bit and rest right before stream, right? And this was like around 12:30, and then before I knew it, I woke up and the dog was like sleeping right next to me, and I was like sinking into the couch. I passed out. Hey how you guys doing now? I'll give you a second to get things set up. Wow, I am so, oh gosh. Wow. I think this is it. This is it. Well-deserved nap? I don't know about that. Give me a second to get things set up. Hey how you guys doing? I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I won't lie though, like lately I think I need to stop drinking coffee. Because the coffee wakes me up. Well, I thought it woke me up. I've been drinking a lot more coffee to compensate for a lot of things. But the problem was that I think the coffee's starting to give me heart palpitation. And I didn't know what heart palpitation was until I learned it this year. And I was like, oh, so that's what heart palpitation is, this regular heartbeat. So I'm gonna try to start chewing gum. I'm gonna experience that soon. Hilarious. You know what I say? Chat members just like me. Ooh, we are so similar, guys. Ooh, I'm Mr. Meeseek. What was the thing they said in Rick and Morty? I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Give me a second. Let me adjust things here. I think it's more of a lack of sleep. I don't know if it's a lack of sleep because is it a lack of sleep? I mean, like I've seen people sleep with like talk about how they only get 5 hours of sleep. And just because I've been getting 6 hours of sleep over like my normal 8 hours of sleep, like what makes me weaker? Right? If they can do it, I can do that too, right? Overworking, silly. Those people young die young. If they can work until like 5 hours on sleep, I can too. Just because I may be a little older, not defined old, I should be able to handle this. But I should be able to handle it, I think. Maybe I need to. What should I do? Should I exercise more? Is that how I handle it? Give me a second. Let me go spin the wheel. Oh yeah, Alan's in a hot dog outfit. Very cute. Where's the wheel? Hey, how are you guys doing? You guys having a good night or day? Anything funny happened the last few days? I'm telling you, I'm disassociating hard. I lost track of everything. Anything happened overnight? Give me the gossip. Give me the tea. You guys are my eyes and ears to the ground right now. You guys are keeping me sane. Oh, we're finally in Eon today. Where's Eon? Eon gets a new outfit too. Because whenever we follow someone, they get a new outfit. I'm prepping for a month of hell. How are you prepping? What kind of things are you prepping for? Let's see. What can we give you? What's a cute outfit for Eon? You give him a ballerina outfit. Oh, I kind of like this, like a little store worker outfit. Or a restaurant outfit. That's kind of cute. It's a mini-me? Yeah, we're gonna follow you today. Thanks to the Wheel of Fortune. Give you a little suit. Let's see. I want to give you a cute outfit. For the next 30 days. Oh, I thought you said you were going to do that in June, though. You have a whole month, right? Hopefully, you have a whole month to mentally prepare. Take a fat nap after your stream. I feel that, though. I kind of want to take a nap, but at least... Ooh, I kind of like this Oriental outfit. The thing is, Eon has such a cute style already. Let me see if I can find something that matches Eon's cute style. Maybe this shirt with a star on it? Can't stick around? Okay, no worries. Oh, this is kind of cute. This big cardigan. Give you a pink cardigan. In June, I go back to regular. Oof. Oh, sorry. My condolences. What? You hate it? Into the diaper you go. I like pink. I think pink is a cute color. Alright. Let's give you some food, right? And then we'll let you go be on your way. Take some fish. Mmm, yummy.
Yeah.
I haven't fed my Miis, guys. They were getting into a fight again. Like, Grim and somebody else. I forgot who it was. I think it was Grim and Sorty. Grim and Sorty was about to, like, break up forever. They're like, I don't want to see Sorty ever again. I was like, whoa there, stop. Whoa. Whoa, pal. You guys are supposed to live in the same house. You guys are friends. So I stopped them.
Yeah.
They weren't, like, defiant like Snivy. Snivy was like, on counterpoint, no. But Grim was like, you know what? I'll try a little bit harder. I think it was Grim and Sorty. Let me see. I know Grim was involved. I had to stop another friendship from breaking since I haven't been played. I can't believe how volatile these bees are. You're gone for a little bit and they're like, I hate everybody here. Wait, we gotta give you fart. Oh, it's too late. Oh no, it's not too late. We gotta give you the fart. Wait, wrong one. There you go, public farter. Let me see who it was. I know it was like, right now, like they're friends. He's friends with them, but then they're not friends with him. You and your friend, enemies in War Island. I wasn't joking. I like when everybody likes each other. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be terrible when we have 70 islanders. Let me see, who was it? I don't remember. Oh, someone's in love. Oh, what's happening with Grim? Already? I just started. Oh, tree.
Ouch.
What was that? Oh, it's the Mint Dojin. That Mint Dojin has been seeing a lot of work. Fart while running. Who was it? It's like friends. He's friends with them, but they're not friends with him anymore. Let me see. Where is it? I don't know who it was. Oh. Oh, run straight to the pixel house. Give me a second. I know somebody.
Hello.
I was just kidding about them being enemies. The Steam controller reservation. Oh yeah, how's the Steam controller? Did people get that already, or well, I lost track? Is it out or is it just on reservation? 20 plus 20 plus 20. Ah, 7. Haha, it's 6, 7. Oh, what the heck is that emo? Oh no, I now need to make your character here. Hey, Asuka. Where's Grim? There you are. Let's see. Ultra Friends, wants to be friends, vibes with. There it is. Sorty, yeah, it was definitely Sorty. Because he was like, I don't want to see Sorty ever again. I was like, you guys live in the same house. How can you hate each other? All right, somebody's in love. Was it Asuka? Asuka, you're in love. You just joined in just in time. Who are you in love with? All right, before we start our drawing, drawing. You're in love with Chu, Dayo.
I can't hold back my feelings.
I mean, they're good friends already. Oh, wow. You took a while to say the second half. I was like, where did he say it? But yeah, has there been reviews of it yet? Let's see. How about we go? Let's do it at your place.
Does my place need a vibe check first?
Yes. Can't look like a punk. You can't look like a punk like that. Well, let's see. What can we do? There we go. You are looking ready.
How should I present my feelings?
I forgot to include a rush indicator on the VJ request. Should I cancel it? No, you don't have to. Sorry, I've been busy this morning. I went out again. So, with a gift, by setting the scene. What does that mean? By setting the scene? Sure.
Should I change what I'm?
Okay. Like, yeah, I got just the outfit for you. You gotta look like a punk. Can I give you a new outfit? I guess not. All right. There you go. Take off the helmet though. Nobody likes it when your hair clips.
I guess it's now or never. I'm
there you
going
go.
to say
You look like an outlaw now. Your little prison cell, your little biker outfit. You are defiant. I'm cute. Yeah, you're pretty cute. Did you show up? Yes. Your tiny little 3-face in pixel shirt.
Should I Instead of telling you how I feel, I'm going to show you.
Pulls out gun. Oh, she actually turned on the lights. Oh, a ritual. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's adorable. You know what? If this doesn't get her, I don't know what would. Sold out some massive. What? What did you say, Plague?
Hold it right there.
Daishima? Oh. What's he doing
The one
here?
who truly loves you, Chudayo, is me.
Is me?
I confessed my feelings first.
I like how he just blew all the candles away.
I love Chudayo.
Asuka set that up really well.
Chudayo, which of us do you choose?
The candles, yeah, that's... Can't believe.
Choose neither of you.
Did she get a crush on anybody? They were good friends already. Oh, Asuka, you tried. It's okay, Asuka. I thought, like, if they were good friends, they would good well. It's okay. Friends. Still likes a lot, apparently, though. Wait, are you gonna try again? Should we let him go through it?
Chudayo shot me down.
But I have something for you. Okay, still likes a lot, though. I don't know if that's good. Wait a second. I thought you wouldn't like each other anymore. Do you have anything? If I give you onion rings, would you be happy? Actually, we could put you on a vacation.
Chudayo.
Good thing I have all these vacations stocked up. Let's send Asuka on a vacation really quick. If you didn't hide the words, it wouldn't go through? What do you mean by hide the words? What word is it? I really can't tell. It's just like real life. But look at all these wishes I have stockpiled right now. Because I already got everything. Alright, you're going to Brazil! Let's send you to Brazil. Oh no, Southeast Asia. Asia? You wanna go to Nutty Putty Cave? 80 wishes, yeah. Asuka, you're going to Nutty Putty Cave! Congratulations! You should bring a friend, like Chu. No! Congratulations! An all-expense trip to Nutty Putty Cave! 4 offensive turns? Ah, I see. I thought it was like something specific, like a person.
World Caves tour. Are you really giving this?
Yeah! Just don't get stuck anywhere.
A change of scenery could help me take my mind off things.
Yeah!
Well,
go have fun.
Here I go.
Here I go. Bye. Going alone. It's okay, Asuka. You don't have any friends yet. Oh no.
Antelope Canyon in the USA.
He really is going to Nutty Putty Cave.
Painted this place. Say cheese.
Oh, you sneezed. Oh no, the Nutty Putty Cave.
Like a starry sky.
Ooh, that actually looks really pretty. Is this a real thing?
In New Zealand's Waitomo Cave. Say cheese.
That's really cool, actually. I would like to visit that. The Nutty Putty Caves. Bingle? That's a real thing. I can't believe all these are real, actually. Well, maybe the first one, since I live in America. But this last one is actually really cool if that's a natural, like, column. I like this game. You learn a lot from this game. Alright, do you want to try again, Asuka? Trying to ask her out?
Did wonders for my mood.
You're still in love with her, though.
Better now. I even got you this souvenir.
I hope it's Nutty Putty. Scalpers bought all— did they really do that? The scalpers? The scalpers really bought all of them? From what I saw, the people who actually got them are satisfied.
Feeling better now.
Alright, can we get you back, like, together with you? Wow, you are still in love with you, even though she broke up with you. Here, make friends. And there's JoJo mode. I just hold on to this crush just like real life. This game is too realistic, huh? Anybody else in love? Anyone else wants their heart broken? I didn't know they could still fall in love like that. Like, still be in love after being broken up. Oh. Eon's suppressed. But you had nothing to do with it. What happened? What's the matter, Eon?
Netsuso and I were chatting,
Oh.
and, well, I guess
Oh, you guys are
it's
sweethearts! I
something
forgot that
we said.
happened. Okay. That's crazy, though. I feel like scalpers are just ruining everything at this point. I'm sorry to say, if you guys like to buy something and invest into it, like, that's the worst thing, and it's like all over the Pokemon card
That's
scene.
too much
Oh,
for-
sorry. I guess you are full. You ate a little bit too much. Like, if you are buying cards and then like for the sense of holding onto it as a quotation mark investment, I have no respect for you. Scalpers even hang by the balls. I won't say that out loud, but I think that's the thing though. I think the scalper network has gotten much worse lately. Like really bad.
I feel like
It feels like too, like, I think what I really want is like this fake news to go around about like an item that will get popular, but then it crashes immediately. Like, you know what I mean? The Pokemon card community did that, right? There's this item called the starter deck box, right? Something like that. And and a lot of people like were posting online to quotation mark convince scalpers that this item is gonna be worth a lot. And there was a lot of people that spent hundreds and like thousands on buying out the whole store because they're everywhere, because nobody really wants to buy that. Was it Chu that got selected? It was Asuka. It was actually Yon, but Asuka had something romance related. Plays maracas at him. So I wish something like that would happen where, I love the robot walk, me too, where people are convinced that this worthless item is going to pick up in price and they just waste a lot of money. They wisened up. They wisened up. They're starting to learn that no, that doesn't work. Gurgle Glungus. Hey there, Surreal, how you doing?
Well,
alright, let's get back to drawing. I gotta finish things up. Okay. So let me go finish this one up for Fifi. Lurkin, thank you for the lurk. There we go.
This is embarrassing.
And let me go expand this. There you go. People really like it when I draw this funny face. Is that there's too many of them? No, I don't think it's even a problem with too many people. It's because it's the same thing that happens to the Pokemon card like thing. A lot of product just gets taken out on the market because people hold on to it and then wait for it to appreciate and then drop it, right? It's just like apartments and land and houses, because they know that like once there's a demand with no supply, they could sell for like 3 or 4 times. The Pokemon card, like, the Pokemon card market right now is terrible because of it. There are people who are holding on to things, and the sad thing too is they are printing 151 and the evolution boxes like crazy, and those sets are like a year old at this point, maybe 2 years old, which is crazy because usually you find them on the shelves by now. Give me a second. What was that? Is that tiny little people? What? Who were those tiny little people? I couldn't tell. Yod's freaked out. Give me a second. I was gonna pull up a reference. Hugh Pragmata. I heard people were trying to do that with something called Nido. Yeah, I saw that actually. I've been seeing when I went to the mall with my friend, or I think my mom or my friends, Mama Sheep. But I went to the mall. They've been having like a large influx of these like gooey toys, right? And at first I thought I was like, oh, this is cute. It's like a cube. And I saw it because I saw it at one place and I was like, oh, that's cute. But then I started seeing it everywhere. And it was like Among Us. Like back when Among Us was really big, everybody had Among Us plushies. Among Us. The houses, if they were to lose money on it, they will bail out in like 20 years. Yeah. And the thing is too, oftentimes with a house, there's an investment, right? You have to maintain the house. You got to pay for fees, right? But Pokemon cards, you don't. Steam controllers, you don't, right? You literally just put them in storage. The only thing you would have to pay for is a storage unit if you decide to keep it there, but no sane person keeps their items in a storage unit. Valuables. Why is she mad? Yeah, what happened actually? She has something she wants to say. You want to move somewhere?
Ahoy?
Ahoy hoy? I like that phrase. That's very cute.
There's someone who lives on Idle named Tao, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Tao and I would make a
Yeah.
good team?
What are you doing? I'm gonna try to finish up this one because I'm behind.
Yeah?
Again.
Now I'm kind
Hey,
of
Homophone.
curious about her.
Let me see. Then I'm gonna get working on another commission. How you doing, Homophone? Okay. But I fixed up the height, Homophone. I just haven't fixed up the drawing on yours, right? I was gonna send it to you after I fixed up the armor, right? But here's how the new heights look like. I had to fix up the armor and equipment on them, but are these heights more accurate to what you're looking for? Might as well ask you while you're here, you know? Let me go Like I had to fix up the Homophone's big head is in the way. Yeah. Yeah, I had to fix up the armor and equipment stuff, but I'll send that after I fix the armor on Aqua. Okay.
That's it.
So they are bad long term, will keep getting made. That's the thing though, right? Scalpers don't care. And the thing is, like, in the Pokemon card market, right now there's a bad issue of scalpers buying from scalpers, which cause a loop effect, where essentially the cards just keep going back to other scalpers and they keep raising their prices because other scalpers are buying from them. It's pretty bad, and it's gonna hit a peak eventually, right? But I think the thing with electronics too, they're probably banking on the fact that electronic parts are gonna go rare thanks to that whole AI stuff. I don't know. I think the thing is, most scalpers have no idea what they're doing with the market, but they're just taking advantage of anything they can, even if it's a short-term scalp or a long-term scalp. Oh, I hate it so much, guys. I seem to love the maracas. I like watching these play with the maracas. Look how cute she is. Someone brought their cow hauler, transport 30 cows across country. They just left, and our wash bay is just... Did they wash all the cows or something? Yeah. I don't know. We live in a funny time. It's hard to say, like, what really is the cause of this. Like, is it just people trying to get a quick dime, or is it because people don't want to work? Like, it's weird.
Let's check tomorrow's weather forecast.
It was empty of cows? They took all your cows? Pokemon Company wanted to, they could destroy scalpers by remaking all the expensive cards. They have been, though. They've been overprinting set 151, but scalpers have been getting them like crazy. Like, it's weird how what set 151 is still being bought out so hard despite them overprinting it. Because I don't think they've been printing this much of any set outside of 151 and the evolutions, right? Like, I think recently they just shelved, added more to the shelf, which is crazy when you think about it, because that set's like 2 years old? I remember I got the evolution a long time ago. I mean, the older cards, that's true. I think the thing is the older cards are owned by Wizard of the Coast, but the newer cards are the ones that are being scalped like crazy. Speaking of scalp, Steam. What happened with Steam? Is it the Steam controller?
Fascinating.
So I think there's like some copyright issues that are related to it, but I don't know. I don't know the full length of it. Yeah? What did they do? What funny thing did Gabe Newell do? Are they making a fake scarcity? That's a possibility too. I always wonder about that too. Like if, say like the Pokemon card company is making a fake scarcity, but I don't know if that's the case, considering like I've seen people go to stores and buy them by the dozens. It's kind of sad actually, because I really wanted to buy like a pack of cards in the vending machine when I saw that like there was like one pack of cards, like at least a couple of sets. But then like as soon as I finished paying for my groceries, like 2 guys came in there and just like took turns one after another buying out the whole box or buying out the whole vending machine. It was kind of disgusting. It was kind of disgusting. If they let scalpers buy multiple controllers, do they have? Is that what's happening here?
Oh.
First time I've seen a company take a proactive approach. Wait, so I'm getting mixed signals. It seems like scalpers are winning, but Steam did something about it, but they're still winning? Hydrate? Oh, I cleaned my water bottle actually, guys, but I forgot to fill it up. I'm sorry. But I do need to hydrate more. Like, I'm realizing that I might be dehydrated a lot more than I thought. You know what, guys? I might just be dying. I feel like I haven't been taking care of myself. First wave is mostly scalpers. So then what about the second wave and third wave? What happened with that? They put it in place for reservation. What does that mean? Like, you go only buy it from GameStop? Quiver? Part. Petition to remove the hydrate cooldown. I'm gonna pee like crazy. Effed up the situation, but Steam is at least letting people order new batches. That's interesting too, because then like, if the scalpers have the first wave and the second wave down, or whatever wave, how long would it be until the normal person gets a Steam controller? You know? Because that's the thing, we're gonna eventually hit a wave where, like, when the scalpers are eventually done buying, we won't get another controller until, like, next year. Those that reserved it early can buy it, they are first notified. Ah, one per account, must be bought before April. They added a clause or something that prevents new accounts from reserving controllers. Huh. The thing is too, I kind of want to wait until I see more information about the Steam controller. Because I do need a new controller for Final Fantasy XIV. And while I don't like the big thing in the middle, I do acknowledge that the trackpad might be good for Final Fantasy XIV. That way I could use a mouse without having to like grab my mouse. Take care of yourself. I would take care of you if I could. I just can't. So ask you to be careful. Listen to you. I try to. It's just there's a lot going on, you know? And the only way I can start taking care of myself is if I had a little more time. But once everything's over, guys, I will take care of myself really well. Like, I'm gonna play more video games. I'm gonna, like, start, like, doing things more fun, right? It's gonna be great. Where did you get the Steam machine? I still don't know about the Steam machine, because I already have a computer, but the thing is, I don't know how strong, like, it's supposed to be on Linux, right? Or at least, basically not Windows. If I'm gonna get a computer, right, I want it to be able to use Clip Studio, so that way it's not just for gaming. They should have added that clause in the beginning. Hindsight's 2020. I think the thing is, people underestimate the scalper market right now. Yeah, the thing is, like, if it's just for games and such, I don't think I have a use for it. Hey Fenner, how you doing? Click the pre-order button since you will have to wait a lot. I don't know though, that's the thing though. Because I'm weighing over just getting an 8-bit DOE or getting the Steam controller. Because the 8-bit DOEs are they're much cheaper and they're very reliable. I have like one 8-bit DOE that I like to use for my iPad, and that thing is still working. It's a pretty reliable controller. Tired? How about you? I was tired too. I actually streamed late because I ended up taking an impromptu nap. My main computer is vastly stronger than one Steam machine, so I can upgrade it whenever. Yeah, I feel the same way too. My computer's supposedly stronger.
How do you do? Hello?
The only thing is I do need to upgrade some of the parts. I think my SSD is starting to fail. Sleep stream when? It'll be hilarious. But I'm awake now. Actually, I feel a lot better now that I took that impromptu nap. Because this morning I was like having heart palpitations and a little bit lightheaded while driving. But now that I took that nap, I'm feeling much better. My heart doesn't feel like it's beating like crazy. Isn't the best price range $100? Isn't like an 8-bit DOE like 60 or 70 DOE? Let me see. There was like one 8-bit DOE I was looking at that was a pretty good price. Let me see. I mean, the trackpad looks nice, but I think the only game I would use the trackpad for is what's it called? Is Final Fantasy XIV. Other than that, I don't think I'll ever use the trackpad for anything. It has no stick drift. Isn't that the same thing with the 8-bit DOE? I thought the 8-bit DOE also had that technology, the TMR joysticks. Ooh, fancy. Is this character a robot masquerading as a human? No, it's a cute anime girl.
Wonderful.
I'm tempted since it's gonna take some strain off my laptop. Yeah, I think that's the thing. If you don't have a gaming computer, I think the Steam machine's much better for you. Especially, why is she just dancing? Yield is very cute. I think she is very cute. To be honest, the trackpad is very good for menus, but the thing is though, like I said, most of the games I play don't really need a trackpad, I think. I don't know actually, because like if I'm gonna play something like that requires mouse input, like say RimWorld, I think I'm gonna play that more with a mouse and keyboard than I would with a controller. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying that the 8-bit DOE is a much more cheaper alternative. And they have the same kind of tech, I think. Yeah, and it's only $60. Works with this PC as well. The only thing though is lacks the trackpad, and that's why I was thinking waiting over it. The only thing though is I don't like the layout of the D-pad compared to the Steam controller. Let me see, what does the Steam controller look like again? What does the Steam controller look like?
I hope Idle gets bigger.
Yeah, I like the layout here where it's like the PlayStation layout for Final Fantasy XIV. Because it's kind of like the Katamari drifting controls, you know? When you play Katamari, it's like you want to push forward on both sticks and stuff. It's the same thing with Final Fantasy XIV. Like, it only feels natural that your buttons for your D-pad is basically your attacks, right? So that's why I feel a little awkward having the buttons lower for a game like Final Fantasy XIV. But like I said, if I was gonna get the Steam controller, the only reason I would get it is for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't think there's any other game that I think I would use it for. It would still work for any other game, but so would an 8-bit dough. I think that, like, between the Steam controller and the 8-bit dough, I would rather have the Steam controller for Final Fantasy XIV. But the question is, am I willing to spend $100 for a controller exclusively for one game?
Will you marry me?
Wait, what? Who's she asking? I prefer 8-bit dough versus Steam controller. Hate the semester. I see. Gotta switch to make the... Yeah, I heard about that too. It's like an interesting... Like, the 8-bit dough is actually a really good budget controller, and it's a very reliable brand. I used it a couple times. I still have a... Is there a love story? Let's check. There is a lot of things going on. 15! What are you guys doing? Alan's asleep. Okay, no love stories going on. Gyro controls? Has anyone really... Well, the thing is, I do like gyro controls, actually. I used the gyro controls on Splatoon, but that's like the only game I'm used to using gyro controls on. Gyro controls are actually really good for first-person shooters, because you could actually use it for precision, but I haven't really played a first-person shooter in a while. Okay.
I think I'll start a blog about Mint.
Well, I'll see. I'll think about it. $100 is a big investment, really, especially since I just bought some stuff. $100 is a big investment. If I could save $40 on it with a controller that's sorta on par, then I would save $40 on it with a controller that's on par. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's even pricier in my country. Yeah, your Canadian money goes a long way. Poor Canada. Oh, Canada. But yeah, that's the thing, like, it's basically just for Final Fantasy XIV. Or any other game that I decide to play it on. Why are you calling us poor? I'm not calling you guys poor. It's more emphasizing or empathy. $99 would be $130. Only thing that ever broke my PC was 40k, which is the only reason to upgrade. Alright, chat. If you had the Steam controller, what games would you use it for?
How are you doing? And
Minecraft.
A masterclass in communication.
Because I always say I'm using it for Final Fantasy XIV, but I'm kind of curious, like, what kind of game would you play that would require something like a Steam controller for? I don't know. Internet browser? Ah, yes, we are back to the generation where we have internet browsers on our console. I love doing that on my PlayStation 3. Pragmata? Interesting. Yakuza? Final Fantasy? Haven't used a controller in years? Ah. That's crazy though. You haven't used a controller in years. Probably the usual controller games. Because I always think about, like, with the trackpad, and it's the same thing I thought about with the Steam Deck. While the trackpad is nice, I'm kind of curious, like, how well it works for mouse games. Because I can't imagine playing RimWorld on a game or on a trackpad. I hate using it, or I hate the trackpads on laptops. So I don't swap AA batteries. Oh. I know the 8-bit dough has wireless charge. Same with the Steam Deck. Keep forgetting open Final Fantasy XIV house. No, your house! Your house is going to go on sale! You gotta keep your house! Oh wait, did I win the lottery on the medium house? I had to check. Put in, like, my money. So, you know that 25 million I had? I found a pretty cheap house for like 18 million. So, I entered the lottery for it, but I don't know if I'm gonna win the lottery. Trackpad on laptops are only good for connecting a proper mouse, yeah. I never liked the trackpad on a laptop. It's so hand crampy. I know I have a friend that plays Minecraft with a trackpad on a laptop. I'm like, how do you survive? How do you live? The other day I got DLCs for that VN I told you about. Oh, had to erase all your data. Oh, that's crazy. Closest I could ever think about explains that laptop mouse pads with better feedback. I don't know though. The problem with the laptop mouse pad is that, like, and I think I'm not the only one that has this problem, right? It's like when you have them trackpad like this, you have to like scroll over and over to continuously go right. You know what I mean? And that's like the thing I hate about or thinking about a trackpad. It's either that or you decrease the resolution on it so you have the whole screen on your trackpad, so it's just like wee. But that's even more like jarring because it's such a small screen. Sensitivity, yeah. It's sensitivity, but at the same time, I have a hard time finding a balance with a laptop trackpad. So I can't imagine even on a smaller trackpad. Trackpads are kind of nice for zooming in. Maybe the thing is too, maybe the ones I had were outdated because like the laptop trackpad I had back was all the way at 2015. That was the last time I used a laptop trackpad. They might have advanced technology where it makes it so like it feels more like a touchscreen, but I'm not too sure. It's been a long while since I used a normal laptop. I don't even have a normal... Well, actually, I do have a normal laptop that I use, but even that one I connect the mouse to. It's just easier to buy a portable mouse. Yon's stiff movements are so cute. Whenever she does her little robot walk, she's just looking around and she's kicking her legs so far. It's so dumb, but I love it. There she goes. Just sitting there, doing absolutely nothing. Okay. There we go. Boing boing. Now I want to play Final Fantasy 14. Speaking of Final Fantasy 14, actually, did you guys know Dungeon Survivor, or what's it called, Vampire Survivor, got a new sequel kind of game? I was like looking at Dogi Bird's stream of it, and it actually looks pretty neat. It's like it's called Vampire Crawler. And instead of like being like the Vampire Survivor we know, it's kind of like a dungeon crawler. But then they have like you use cards, sort of like Slay the Spire. Then I learned I'm not drinking enough. I take my coffee, then drink nothing for the rest of the day. That's me! That's literally me! Dies. But the game looks pretty fun, and I was kind of tempted to play it. But I'm kind of scared to play that game thanks to the fact that, like... I don't know if you guys noticed, but sometimes I get a little bit of an addictive personality. When I enjoy something a lot, sometimes I, like, kind of push things aside just so I can do that more. I try to, like, go past it, but... Are you sure you're not my evil twin? Could be, you know? Were you born in America? Are you also Asian? Check inside your heart. Are you Asian? If I had a newish controller, I wouldn't get a Steam controller. Yeah, I think that's the thing too. It's sort of like the Steam Deck or the Steam machine. Like, if you have a good computer, there's no reason to get it. But if you don't have a good computer, Steam machine might be up your alley. Easy repair if it needs to be. Do you have to bring it in for something like that, or do you just fix it yourself? I mean, that is a kind of nice thing because, like, I know, like, sometimes it's really easy to just fix something yourself. Like, remember when the Xbox 360 used to have, like, the Red Ring of Death? I mean, it technically still has the Red Ring of Death. But I remember I just bought a kit online on Amazon, and I just fixed it myself. Kind of crazy. Right to repair rocks. That's pretty good. That is a good thing. There you go. I think more controllers and devices should be fixable by people.
I should stay off food blocks. So all the cool kids are wearing a help shirt.
Yes, all the cool kids are wearing the help shirt. The Blue Pixel help shirt. The outfit's very open with specs. I don't know how to repair rocks though, but sometimes I wonder Oh well, if you're just Ina in disguise. Ina made a very funny joke though. Did you guys see that? I saw it on my Twitter because I followed it, and it's like Cecilia was talking about how like just put me in a room with rocks, chalk, and the nails, and in a blender, then cleaning, right? And then Ina opened up blender and put a rock, nails, and chalk. Oh, she's so cute. If you're looking for a controller, I'll think about it. Like I said, I really am just using it recently for Final Fantasy XIV. I don't like the layout. I'm gonna pull the new holo cards when it comes out. I want to, but I spent too much money already, sadly. I spent a lot of money. I bought a tablet, the new tablet for drawing. I spent money on Fufu's merch. That way I could see what my merch, or what it looks like, my drawings. So guys, how about you guys throw me the Hololive card set, the swimsuit, new tablet, what is it? I got myself a Move Ink. So it's actually a very professional drawing tablet. Let me show you guys. It's actually really good. I bought it really recently, and it actually made it so that I can actually draw in the hospital and have all my tools with me and work very, very properly. The Move Ink Pro 14. Basically, it's a Cintiq, but portable. That's the easy way to describe it. It's one of these babies, right? It runs on Android, but it runs on a custom Android that's more designed for the Wacom pad parts. It's actually really good. Like, when I use it, it's very simple, or it feels just like I'm drawing on my Cintiq compared to the iPad. Sounds like a random brand. It sounds like a random brand to you, but Wacom is a big brand. The Wacom is like the artist's like go-to. Cintiq, yeah, it's Wacom. So it's actually really good. Like, I'm sad I never bought this earlier because I would have saved myself the money from an iPad. Granted, like, the iPad is good, but this is better, which is crazy. Like, I thought the iPad was pretty good for what it is, right? But the fact that I could get this much precision on it is crazy. The only thing though, it doesn't have any like third-party support, so I had to like buy their official case, and their official case is pretty something. Is that a Wacom one? No. The Move Ink? Yeah, the Move Ink is Wacom, but my other one is what's it called? iPad? I had an iPad 11. Yilm's just silly. Why is she so silly? She's so quirky. Does Ina use a Wacom? I'm telling you, I'm under the impression that Ina, you're just Ina in disguise. Have we ever seen Oh Whoa and Ina in the same room at the same time? I think not. I think not-ish. I know Wacom 1 being a standalone drawing tablet. The Wacom one is actually not a standalone. Their Move Ink brand is, right? Their Move Ink brand is the standalone tablets. The Wacom one needs to be connected to a computer, but they are the cheapest of their display tablets. But they are also not the most high fidelity. But that's what I've been drawing on when I went to the hospital. But the problem is that when I draw in the hospital, I need a lot of hookup, right? I need to have 2 plugs open. I need to be able to have wires extended. With the Wacom Move Ink, I don't really need any of that since it's just a tablet. So I get, and it's like much more precise than the Wacom one. So it's really, really good. I'm really like wishing that I got this much earlier. Granted though, it came out like last year, but they had other Move Ink tablets, but this is like their newest, like bigger size. Never heard of it until today. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have because it's actually more for artists. It came out recently too, so even if it's not the best, at least it works. Yeah. The thing is though, like I was able to get work on it done, but it definitely was different. I had to adjust my hand for drawing on a iPad. But with this one, I could draw the same way I draw on my Cintiq, so it's literally just 1-to-1. Kind of crazy how like I never like a device like that can exist. And it's even crazier that it's cheaper than the iPad. Pricey? Yeah. It's $900. Well, 800, I think it's 895, but you know how it is. 899, so $900. So I bought one of those recently. Yeah, so I'm melting. I want to buy Pokemon cards. The Move Ink 11? No, I bought the 14. I thought that I bought the bigger size because it's gonna be better for me in the long run. The only thing though is that you can't really put a screen protector on it because it's gonna actually mess with the screen. So I just have to take better care of it. Not on Amazon for me. Are we talking about the moving Galette 14?
I wish I had someone to hang out with.
11 was $600. Buy Hololive ones before the scalpers come. It's too late. I don't want to look. I don't want to spend money more than I have to now. I need to build up my funds again. So 480. Yeah. The thing is, the moving 11 is actually pretty precise too. It's just like the moving 14. The only difference is the smaller screen. Actually, we can just do this. I've been doing this a lot. I need to come up with more alternative ways of doing this. Let's do this. Yeah, if you're an artist or anything, you probably would have not heard of actually the movie because it actually came out recently. But I would recommend it. I would 100% recommend it. My review is great out of 10. Do you think people are still scalping Hololive cards? Whoops, wrong skin color. There we go. My cheat. There you go. Maybe we could just extend this. I do want to play. Like, the thing is, like, I kind of want to go to a card shop and play the Hololive cards. I know there's like there's a card shop like one city over that actually has like little Hololive cards doing their thing. I doubt Hololive cards are going to keep any value. I doubt it too. If anything, probably the high signature cards, but I think the regular cards are probably gonna go down in price until they stop printing it. Because as soon as cards stop getting printed, they often tend to go up in value. But people are buying them for the short-term investment because technically there are a lot of Hololive fans. So you hold the Hololive cards from the Hololive fans and you're gonna get pissed. Sorry, that's me. I'm getting pissed. That's the scalpers! There's a lot of dead card games. There are. One of my favorites too is like the Fire Emblem card game.
There?
I really like the cards in the Fire Emblem card game, but that one's super dead now.
You in regards to.
But I think it's not like easy to find those cards now. Let me see. Can you buy the Fire Emblem cards for cheap? Let me check eBay really quick. eBay. Fire Emblem cards. Oh, got a follower. At least the common cards are going to be 99 cents. It's pretty, still affordable. I was like tempted to like collect a bunch of Fire Emblem cards because I love the art style in the Fire Emblem cards. I love it when they go the Pokemon approach where the card is front and foremost. And they use like a bunch of different artists to make the cards, right? I think that was the thing that bothered me about the Final Fantasy card set. Like, do you guys remember that Final Fantasy has its own card set? What happened to that? Did they still make Final Fantasy cards? The Final Fantasy card game? The Final Fantasy TCG? I like the idea of the Final Fantasy TCG, but I don't like how a lot of the cards look. Because I want to say, especially with all the common cards, a lot of common cards just use stock art, right? And it's like the art from the, like, basically games and stuff. Like this Cloud, I've seen that Cloud so many times. That Instinian, I've seen that so many times. I like this Cloud art, but that one's probably going to be the higher rarity. Same with this Tidus one. Yeah, stock art cards are pretty bad. That's why, as much as I like to get into Weiss Schwarz is all stock card art. They come from the anime shots. Like, I like the idea of like having a deck of Hololive cards versus like No Game No Life, but you can't tell me that this stock art of Frerin is good. I like the card, like the cut effects, but it is just a stock art of Frerin. You know? I don't know. But that's why I like the Hololive card sets, and I like the Fire Emblem card sets, because they all have, like, even the common cards have a lot of different artists. Yeah, a lot of Hololive cards, I think the common ones are, but I think some of them are, like, not. Like, a good amount. Because I bought a set, and I remember, like, I have a collection of those cards, right? Like, I love it when the common and uncommon cards are not a stock art. Like this one's cute. This one's Pokemon card? What is this? This one's an ultra rare. Oh, that one's a bad one. But yeah, I do know, like, they have, must have been unlucky, yeah. I do know, like, their common and normal commons are, what's it called? Their normal, oh wait, that's an uncommon. Oh, I'm stupid. Their common and normal commons are basically stock art, but their uncommons are pretty good, right? Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with, what? Nino My Inidus is getting a lot of mileage on the stream. Talk about card games. I wonder if the Christian TCG. There's a Christian TCG. Dark Knight wants this. Thank you, Yo. Pretty bad, but it seems like it's sets from multiple animes. I see.
It's so blue.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, I don't mind there being a mix of stock arts in it, but I don't like it when the stock art is the majority, right? Which is the Final Fantasy card set or the what's it called? Like, I think that's the one thing I really love about Pokemon cards. As someone who enjoys looking at Pokemon or art, I like that I could collect the common and uncommon art and get a good collection of Pokemon cards or Pokemon art, right? In fact, some of the art on the common cards and uncommon cards are more impressive than some of the bigger ones. It's just that they're smaller. Let me see. Like, I like the one with Magmortar and Electrive that I saw recently, where the cards are just bouncing off each other. Here, let me show you. So, like, if you look at this card, right? On the back, you can see Magmortar, right? And on the front is Electrive. But Magmortar has a card where Magmortar is in the front and Electrive is in the back, right? And it's supposed to be like the Dream Team combo kind of thing. See? If your bench has any Magmortar, this damage does 90 more damage. See? I really like those kind of things. I like it when, like, the card tells a little story in a way. Meteorite was fitting. I suggested that topic, yeah. It makes sense. This game knows. Funny that Christian card game outlived so many other card games. It's because, like, a lot of card games try to scale up, and that's never really a good idea. Like, I think the thing with the Christian card game, it kind of stayed in its lane, if it still exists. Which I think is a much better idea than scaling up. I think a lot of companies just get really greedy. I think it's too, I like the Digimon cards game. I played a bit of the Digimon card game, which is kind of fun, but I can't find anyone that wants to play the Digimon card game. I can't wait till they release their online client to play a Digimon card game, but at the same time, like, it's been like a couple years since they announced that online client. I don't think it's coming anymore. It's always weird because Digimon is like Digimon has so much potential, but I always find it funny that Digimon's always like 1 or 2 steps behind one way or another, right? Like, the Digimon card game did get pretty popular, but it's gotten popular and it's starting to die down, right? And Namco Bandai is starting to invest in different card games, right? I think the Digimon card game came out before the One Piece card game, and now that the One Piece card game came out, like, Digimon is getting a little less popular. But I think there's still a good, like, dedicated fan base to it. Digimon's always, like, 1 step behind of everything. They legit had a set every year since 1995. I wonder if they're still there. Okay. Let me go pull from the other set of colors. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I really want to collect cards again, but I did get back into Pokemon Pocket TCG though, because I thought it would be nice to have a game that I could just pull out and just do like 1 duel and then put it away, you know? So I ended up deciding to do Pocket TCG. So, totally addicted. I want to say addicted because it's just basically since like I've been noticing I've been like sitting around in lobbies a lot. Sometimes if I forget my tablet, I really don't do anything. Oh, did my phone run out of battery? My phone ran out of battery, guys. 1 second, my phone ran out of battery. Give me a second. Well, this is awkward. Again? Yeah, I was out this morning, so I didn't have time to charge it, so... It hasn't been even an hour? Well, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna look at you like this. Guys, my phone ran out of battery. I'm gonna do this from now on, okay? This is my way of communicating with you, okay? Apparently they have a site that you can order it from. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? Like, the thing is, card games are very manageable. Like, if a company decides to, like, do a small-scale card game, they could manage it really easily because paper is cheap, right? Ink is pretty cheap, right? Ink is probably the biggest thing you're gonna have expenses on in shipping. But the problem is, like I said, they try to upscale very fast.
Yeah.
The thing is, I could make like 8 cards with my printer right now if I wanted to. That's why I think it'll be kind of cute if I ever sell merch at a con. I want to sell cards because cards are pretty items to make. They had a tournament? That's crazy. $100 ink cartridge? Oh, I don't have an ink cartridge, guys. If you're buying ink cartridges, I'm sorry to say, but you're getting scammed. You gotta get an eco tank. I have an eco tank and it still has ink, right? Aren't you gonna make an art for a Hololive card game? I would love to, honestly. I'm still holding out. Okay. I know, like, I probably shouldn't hold out on this because there's probably, like, much better artists for this than I am. But I'm kind of holding out, like, some of the VTubers, the bigger VTubers that I'm working for, might ask me to do art for the... What's it called? What is that? What's that VTuber card game called? The one that, like, people collect for? Doki Bird's in it, Chibi Doki's in it, Fifi's in it. What's it called? V-Card, yeah. I was thinking that if I do V-Card, like, if I, like, I hope, like, somebody asks me to do a V-Card for them. Haven't changed the toner in 3 years, it still works. The thing is with, the laser printers is that laser printers don't do well when it comes to big prints and stuff like that, if I'm correctly. I was looking into it and like EcoTank versus a laser printer, and they do have similar kind of scaling, but the thing is I was learning that or I forgot what I read. I think it was like basically ink is much better for bigger prints while laser is better for documents.
There's gotta be a tutorial on how to
That sponsored you or
style.
something? No, that's that was what's it called? That was Oshi Push. I was hoping to draw for Oshi Push too. The thing is too, like, I haven't kept track of Oshi Push, and I want to like play it again. It's been a while. But the thing is, I remember when Oshi Push was first introduced, they were asking for VTuber volunteers, and I was kind of like hoping that I would get a card, but make me a VTuber card. Okay, here. Did I tell you guys that I planned out the rule set of my card game?
Hello?
Right? It was something I was doing because I was like sitting in a lobby for the military thing, and I was just sitting there doing nothing, and I was like, okay, maybe I could do something like in the meantime. My phone was out of battery, so I didn't want to use my phone. I was sitting there waiting for our turn, right? And I had a fun idea for a quick card game, and I think I talked about this before, right? But I honed in on the rules a little bit more. But it's like it basically is like going to be small decks, and it's going to be like maybe 10 card or 20 card decks, and it's like whoever gets the 3 points win. And it's very simple. It's just like you flip the card, and that card is already in play, right? And then you flip another card, and it goes over, and that card is in play. It's like the bottom of the card is supposed to be the effect, and the top card, the number, is the damage you do, right?
Fascinating.
It's like the idea of it is that like 2 people could play the card game just by standing up and not having to sit down at a table. It was a very simple thing. I hear a lot of cards games still play well. Yeah, they don't pay well or play well. It was supposed to be like something silly, but it was like mostly collected for the art that I wanted to do. I'll like have to make it like a mock-up for it, but I was gonna ask for VTubers to be volunteers for it. And it's not gonna be like booster pack kind of thing. It's not gonna be a booster pack kind of set. It was gonna be more like how collectible card games work. Collectible card games basically are just sets, right? Like say Princess of Heart. Princess of Heart, you don't buy booster packs, you buy expansion packs. And the expansion packs come with every single card you need in that set, right? So I wanted to design a card game more like that than like booster packs. Pay well? Probably not if I had to guess, but I won't lie that I want to do it just for the fun of it, you know? But honestly, everything art related tends not to pay well. Honestly, being an artist kind of sucks. The 11 viewers are all VTubers? Exactly. We'll make up fake VTubers. You guys are fake VTubers. I think that's exactly why it survived so well then. Because collectible card games also are more downscaled. Celebrity volunteers as a tribute, exactly. We're gonna have a shut up sortie card. This card means that you lose the duel automatically as soon as you draw it. But it was supposed to be something small scale. It wasn't supposed to be anything big. It was supposed to be just something cute and just like tiny and like maybe you could play it. Because I do notice there is a... I'll be a strong, shut up. There is a like empty market for things like that where it's like more for people portably. Like the way I want to see it, right? If this ever becomes big, is that I want it to be like something that you could do at cons and it'll be something small. You just pull out the cards and like while you're waiting in line, you could just have a quick duel, right? Very simple. I wasn't thinking of anything too complicated. That way it'll be like a simple card game. And it's not even going to have like tournaments or anything. It was just going to be like a simple like little fun thing to do. Because I was thinking about that with Pokemon cards. I was thinking with Pokemon cards, like there should be like a fun way to play the cards in a quick fashion. And I was reading rule sets and there is a booster pack format, right? Which I found interesting. And this is where like the idea came from mostly, right? Basically how a booster pack format works is that you open a booster pack and that's your deck, right? And you have, I think you have like one free evolution. So you don't have to connect the evolution and you just use the card with the biggest number. Something simple like that. It wasn't like a very complex thing, but it was supposed to be a thing that you could just do whenever you like on the go. You could just buy a booster pack and you could just like play it like that. That is always fast and fun. That's what I was thinking, like the easiest way to do that is like shrink the deck. So booster packs have 10 cards. So if I was to make a small card game, it would just be a 10 card game. And I don't plan to make it like a big like operation or anything. So it's like you could get all the cards you need in one set. If anything, I'll probably sell like cards in sets of 10s, you know? And you can mix and match as you see fit. Nothing too complicated. It's supposed to be like very, 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 very simple. And you want to collect it mostly for the VTubers or the drawings that are on them. And the game comes afterwards, you know? So it's one of those things where the game is not the highlight of it. You just want to collect the cards. There was a card game I played where you had to get rid of the deck building, but it's quite unbalanced. Yeah, it's really hard to balance a card game. And I think the bigger your decks are allowed to be, the harder it is to balance, you know? But even then, I feel like card games aren't going to be the problem. But the friends we made along the way, exactly! Exactly! Right? That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be you make friends with people just because you like whip it out and say like, hello, you want to trade cards or you want to see cards or something? Well, maybe not the trading aspect. I think the trading aspect will not be a thing. Because like, with CCG games, like nobody really trades them around because you get all the cards you need, right? Probably the most you would trade is if like maybe there's a special holographic card or promo. But outside that, you don't really collect trades. Small of a deck can also lead to a balanced deck. That's true. But I think the thing is, balance is only important for people in a way for people who really want to play it seriously, I guess you could say. I think that's the thing. A lot of fun comes from having not too much balance when you think about it with some things. But I don't know. I think it's one of those things I still have to think about, but I think it'll be really kind of cute. It's like a small pet project I really want to do. Because I was thinking about it, like, remember when I said I want to make Pokemon cards? Or turn VTubers into Pokemon cards? I was concerned about the idea of using the Pokemon card format and, like, you know, frames. So that's why I was thinking about, like, what if I just make my own card game? What if I just do it myself, I said. And he did it himself. That's literally me. Add that to the project file you have right now. I mean, yeah, I guess, in a way. Why am I like this? Why? I think I need to start hiring help. I can't just keep going on like this by myself. I guess your idea kind of reminds me of Blood and Stone. I think I know what you're talking about. It was like that fantasy game that card game that came out recently, where it was more focused on equipment, right? You don't play as necessarily like a summoner or something like that. You play equipments. I forgot what it was though. I know what you're talking about. It got really popular for a while. And I think it's still technically really popular, but still niche. They call me Alin Laphel. you know? They call me Potential Man.
The season's hottest look is a bunny top.
Have you been seeing that recently though? I feel like people have been like making fun of the idea of like potential but never living up to his potential. Like Potential Man or Potential Character or Potential Game, Potential the Game. Like I feel like that's the new buzzword nowadays. People are talking about like the potential of a game and it's like, oh, you are the potential game. I am that potential VTuber, guys. You know? They call me Potential Tuber.
This dungeon is surprisingly expensive.
Yeah, dojins are surprisingly expensive. Once you play the map, you're gonna feel nostalgic as Easter eggs. I know. There's a lot of things I feel like I need to catch up on, and I can't wait to catch up on things.
Of course it's behind a subscription wall.
Yeah, of course! Wow, this game is too real. Yield's right. Closes computer, runs around in the room. I feel the same way, yo. There's a lot of things I do want to catch up to, like things I like to collect. Like I haven't collected a new V pen in a while, and I kind of want to like collect or get a new pendulum one. But they are so expensive. They're like $80 to $100. Why are things so expensive, chat? Are people just born rich? Are people just supposed to be rich? I don't want to like spend all my money on these things, right? I try to resist the urge, the tendency to buy and just like spend money. I should just become a VTuber that reviews items, so I can justify buying it. I'm not gonna pay a subscription wall. Yeah! Yeah! Pays for Final Fantasy XIV subscription. Yeah! They got me by the balls, guys. It's too late for me. It's okay though, I'm enjoying Final Fantasy XIV. Whenever I can play it, I'm just enjoying the story right now. I'm really curious to see what Dawn Trail is even going to be about. Dawn Trail is still an enigma to me. I don't know what happens in Dawn Trail. I know people are negative on it, but I'm kind of curious how bad is it. Because so far, the story building up to it is pretty fun. Like, I'm really enjoying exploring the 13th, right? And Evercold looks really cool, but I don't know what we're going to even do in the 4th. How much is it, by the way? $12.99. So... but I think it's one of those things that I accepted how much I had to pay for Final Fantasy XIV. Though I do want to try Final Fantasy XI. I've been tempted to try Final Fantasy XI as well, but I don't know how... monthly? Yeah, monthly. I don't know how fun Final Fantasy XI is. The thing is too, like Final Fantasy XI was that game I really wanted to play as a kid, right? When I saw Final Fantasy XI for the first time when I was young, I was like, oh, I really want to play this. So I convinced Mama Sheep to buy the game for me and pay a subscription. But it turned out our computer could not run Final Fantasy XI. Turns out that you needed a stronger computer back then to run Final Fantasy XI. He probably didn't calculate how much it'll cost him in the long run. Are you talking about Final Fantasy XIV? No, I know. I know subscriptions will cost you a lot in the long run. But if I make use of it and have fun with it along the way, I think it's kind of fine. I think the thing is, like, I'm okay with subscriptions as long as I make use of it, you know? If I get my money's worth from it, then yeah, I'm okay with it. And I have gotten my money's worth from Final Fantasy XIV, like, through many loops.
What does Esther's face look like?
It just, I don't know, I just enjoy it. And I know it's like wrong to enjoy it, but I just enjoy it. It's one of those guilty pleasures. You know, we all have our guilty pleasure in the world. I guess it won't be that bad if you're going through the story. Yeah, I'm going through the story, but even when I didn't have the story, I played the PvP, I did the crafting and the gathering, I did all the like side content, so I've gotten my money's worth out of it. I went up the Palace of the Dead, played all... I think I played up to 200 floors. Did I play 200 floors? I don't think I actually cleared 200 floors. Was that filthy clanker doing that room? Whoa! Whoa! As long as you can play it, that's important. Yeah, but I do know what it is. It's, it is... what's it called? It is a... what's the term again? Abusive? No. Predatory? Yeah, it's a predatory, like, what's it called, predatory thing. And I get that I'm adding to the problem, and
really
I'm a
want to
terrible
see
person
that
for
so
kind of like
awesome.
enticing Square Enix to continue Final Fantasy 14. But at the same time, I don't know. I just enjoy it. I get it though. I get it. I've heard it all, so I think that's the thing. It's one of those things that like
Netsuso,
when
I
you
dream of you.
stop caring about what people really say about video games and stuff like that, you just, you know, you actually start liking video games a lot more. I think, like I said, I think my epiphany moment of that was when I hated Sonic Heroes because everybody hated Sonic Heroes, but when I was younger, I loved Sonic Heroes, you know? And I think when you can move past what other people are saying about it, like, oh, it's predatory and stuff like that, and yeah, sure. Things like maybe Genshin Impact are predatory, or maybe things like this are predatory, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, if you're having fun with it and you're not hurting someone and, you know, you can understand what you're doing, then I think it's fine. I think it's, as long as you're responsible, and I know, like, it's bad because it's, like, encouraging, like, developers to go that route, but I think the developers are going to go that route regardless of one person playing. I don't know. Enjoy the games that you like. Just play the games that you like, right? Whether they're predatory, they're terrible, they're bad games, people hate it. Just enjoy what you do, you know? You will be much happier when you stop listening to the people who are shouting that the game is bad in your ear. Plays Granblue. OMG. OMG. OMG chat member. Playing for the story is fine, but like basically paying for a second job, it gets weird. But that's the thing though. Like, what is considered a second job? You know? Like, if you're having fun with it, wouldn't it be considered a hobby? Wouldn't art be a second job if you're doing it and not getting paid for it? And paying supplies? Wouldn't like anything you do in life be a second job? I've seen that argument before, and it's really, in my opinion, a kind of weak argument, right? Because like, technically anything monotonous and something that you could do over and over would be considered a second job, you know? I mean, like, when you look at like RuneScape, you could say RuneScape is a second job, and maybe you can argue that yes, it indeed is a second job. But if the people enjoy like grinding numbers like that, then yeah, they just enjoy grinding numbers. If people want to do like collection of story stuff or supplies, then you know. I mean, the same with what's it called? Same with card games, like in a way, because you could say card games are also a second job. Some MMOs have bad dailies, but you never really have to do the dailies. Alan has 5 jobs, I do. I think that's another thing. Pro tip, guys. When you can get past doing dailies and weeklies, you will be much happier for it. Only do the daily and weekly if it contributes to your goals, right? If your goal is to get stronger or do high level raids, then you have to do like dailies and weeklies. But if you are playing the game casually, just, you know, play the game casually. Pro tip! I think that's the thing that sucked the life out of Genshin Impact for me, because like I had to do dailies to get the gems, right? Got rid of the dailies. Oh, that's pretty good. Final Fantasy 14-2 is recently trying to remove their dailies and weeklies. They're changing it to like a seasonal thing, where you could just like clear things seasonally. It's very interesting too, because in that same keynote, Yoshipi was talking about like how a lot of us are older and we're not young anymore, and we don't have the time to invest into games as much as we used to. So that's why he was changing the system. Yoshipi, my beloved. He's changing the system because he can't play games as much as he used to. He's just like me, for real, for real. One of my roommates did that. I shared a story a few times. He has so many games he loved and he drew a massive tantrum over public opinion. Yeah, that's the thing. Disconnect. Twitter is pretty garbage for opinions, right? And there's gonna be people that hate everything, right? And per se, there are games that may deserve the hate. And that's not a bad or good thing regardless, you know? But if you just see a game and you think that looks cool and you play it and you have fun, don't let other people's opinions change it, you know? Oh. I don't know why the F even they have a limited paid content in a paid MMO. I mean, the FOMO. That's really what it is. I won't deny it. It is 100% FOMO to get you to play the game. But that is just, I think that's pretty normal for games at this point. Especially like, what's it called? I think it's like any game that has a, what do they call it? I'm forgetting all these buzzwords and terminologies. It's any game that has a live service. Yeah, live service. Any game that has a live service thing going on, they will have FOMO. I really can't think of a live service game that doesn't have FOMO, really. It just comes with the territory. And until someone comes up with a better kind of method of doing that, then I don't think we're going to have any change, sadly. But like I said, MMOs aren't for everyone. And if you don't like the FOMO, you know, you just don't like the FOMO. And I get that. I also felt that way too. I felt kind of sad when I miss events and stuff. And like, oof, I didn't get on to get this special item. But I think, you know, you just have to move past it.
I needed this.
Live services actually come from MMOs. They do indeed. I think MMOs are technically like the first live services when you think about it. MMOs caused the problem that we are going through right now. Maple Story. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, even Maple Story, like, Maple Story is kind of wonky of a game, but if you like Maple Story, you like Maple Story, you know? Alright, let me come up with like a digital look. I played Lost Ark and really got into it. That's the amount that I could get as an amount. Taking a perfect photo. Yon's just posing, no one's looking. Give me a second, let me pull up a reference for this. Okay. Also, let me go check if I have any messages on VGen. Okay, no messages. I'm guessing anime got called off then? Yeah. Because I thought things would be back to normal by now, but anime, my Neptunia games. And I have too much drawings to do. Nothing ever goes back to normal. Nothing ever goes back to normal. Lost Ark as well, I haven't looked into it, but I heard how pay to win it is. Is it pay to win? I don't know anything about it. I know my friends played it and they wanted me to play it too. But yeah. It's kind of interesting too when you think about it. There's a lot of pay to win games out there. I mean, like Maple Story 2 before like they did the whole reboot server was 100% pay to win. Give me a second, I need a picture of this. Give me a second. That way I could just like pull some references. Oh man, it's starting to get hot. Honestly though, like, honestly though, sorry. Honestly though, the thing is, something I like to do in sometimes free-to-play games, like pay-to-win games, I kind of like to try to play free-to-play to see how far and how deep I could get into it. Right? Give me a second, I'm pulling up a... Give me a second, I'm trying to pull up a reference from this. Okay. So we could use all these blue looks. 01010101110101. Okay, we could probably use some colors here. Let me go pull up. Is more fair than pay to win? I don't know. I feel like they're both on par, really. Because technically... No, I don't know, actually. Because technically, gacha is kind of pay to win. Because... Wait, give me a second. I'm thinking about this. Because gacha is technically pay to win because you're... Well, but then again, it's also the same thing with like an MMO that's pay to win. You only engage with the system you want to engage with, you know? So if you don't want to engage the gacha that way, you could do the same thing in an MMO. I don't know. I feel like they're both on the same par. Gachas and pay-to-win MMOs. Don't know about pay-to-win, but most of I saw was cosmetics. You could buy better gear, but it was level locked, so you still couldn't just use it. There were tokens. You could buy a set. Oh, I see. Interesting. I feel like pay-to-win is a very loose term nowadays. I feel like we kind of lost the reason and meaning of what pay-to-win means. Sound. Does that come from in-game? They do them in newer characters stronger? They do, right? And oftentimes characters, newer, stronger characters tend to kind of push the older characters aside. I think most gacha games do that. The power creep, basically. And sometimes too, like I think like especially in Star Rail, the game is like the newer battles are designed around the newer characters, which is really crazy too. Like you could still do it with older characters, but you will have a rougher time, and you'll have an easier time with newer characters. L-Sword used to be a lot of pay to win, but I don't know though. Yeah, I think the thing is too, we're living in another newer generation in a way. I feel like a lot of games have been trying to stray off from that. Like I know like MapleStory's been trying to stray off from that a lot, right? So our generation's a little more different right now, and a lot of game developers are noticing and trying to switch like their plan. Power creep isn't pay to win. Is it not? Because if power creep happens and your characters are too weak for something, wouldn't you need to get the new character? But then again, like the only game I could think of that does something like that was Guardian Tales, where oftentimes the older characters are pretty weak, but then they go back and make the character stronger, but then it's still more beneficial until those times where they get upgraded to get the new character. I don't know. It's hard to say because like in a pay-to-win MMO, you can just grind up. It'll take more time. But the same could be said about like a gacha game, because you could grind up resources to get the new character that is power creeped. Aren't locked behind a paywall? Are we talking... Wait, I'm a little confused. Are we talking about MMOs or are we talking about gacha games? Because both of them are not locked behind paywall. Like, I think most MMOs that have like pay-to-win equipment in their store, they tend to make it so like you can still get said equipment or get some strong equipment in game at the expense of time. The same way in a gacha game, you can use your time to get what's it called, more primos instead of like buying it. Like I'm thinking about like MapleStory. MapleStory's pay to win though, you had to pay a lot of mesos. Holy crap. Ooh, paying a lot of mesos in MapleStory for your cubes. But that was a payment on time more than was a payment on like what you're doing with money. See, you aren't thinking of Asian MMOs? I'm thinking of Asian MMOs. MapleStory is a Korean MMO. And I'm thinking of Lunia. Lunia had gear that you could buy, but you can just grind it up, which takes forever. I'm thinking about like Perfect World. I think that Perfect World was a Chinese MMO. But that's still Asian. That's still Asian. Let me see. I mean, Final Fantasy 14, I guess you could say, but Final Fantasy 14 is a subscription base. I haven't played Lost Ark though. It's the Chinese ones that are the worst. But even the Chinese ones, you still could get things. Aura Kingdom I was thinking about, but I think Aura Kingdom is Korean. I don't know. I think Aura Kingdom is actually Japanese. Angels Online, Wonderland Online. Like all these games I'm thinking of, they had like the buy to win option, but you can get just as strong, but you had to invest so much time. Like oof. I remember seeing like how much time you have to invest versus like someone that just buys it off the market. Thing is too, like Digimon MMO is a serious case of that, where people can buy things off the market and sell it to you, right? So you can just make a lot of money in game and buy it from other players, right? And who is to say that's not a free-to-play option? Also, but I do think that all MMOs do provide a means. Robots?
Flip hip hop vtuber pip.
VTuber, blip blip, we all robots.
Thanks for being you. Blue. Bobby bunny top blippy beep.
What are they talking about?
Beep boo boo snut bop boo boo.
Whoa there!
Beep boo boo bop.
What's going on?
Beep bop. Bree bree.
That was kind of cute. I don't think I've seen that one before. Beep beep boop bop. But like I said, I think the thing is nowadays MMOs are trying to find other ways to make money. Because I think the old formula of an MMO is not working as well as it used to. In fact, let me just take binary. Beep beep boop bop. Literally robot. I can't believe Eon is involved in this conversation once again. I'm not gonna look up binary. I'm not going to do the extra detail. There we go. Let me go make this a little smaller and fit this in here. I used to play Order and Chaos, which was more or less a parody of World of Warcraft. I was a blacksmith tailor making armor for relatively cheap. A lot of people lost stuff I made due to how low my skill in crafting, outperforming. Ah, that's pretty cool. I know there was like another MMO that had something like that. Was it Aeon Online? My college roommate played a lot of Aeon Online. He was telling me a lot about the game. And there's also Terra Online. Do you guys remember Terra Online? The one with the Ellens? Everybody loved the Ellens back then. Let's see. 01010110. I guess it could be just more negative since having pay-to-win elements in a paid game is inexcusable. Well, the thing is, the pay-to-win I could think of are usually in the free-to-play games. I can't think of a pay-to-win aspect in a MMO that's not pay-to-win or actually pay. Like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14. I guess you could say there's a pay-to-win aspect, but it's like a little reverse. Well, maybe, I don't know about World of Warcraft. I haven't played enough. In Final Fantasy 14, there is a story skip potion and a level up potion. Hey, Pixel! Shout out to Soul Capture. I think I remember that game! Wait a second, that sounds familiar. Soul Captor. This sounds familiar. I think I played this game a little bit, but never got too far. But it does sound familiar. WoW has pay to win? Do you buy armor and weapons there? I never really played WoW, so I don't know what is in their cash shop, but I could tell you what's in Final Fantasy XIV's cash shop. When I find the argument kind of funny... Oh, what's up with Snippy? Wait, when did we start following Snippy?
I think I could take a nice nap here.
What's she doing? Just sleeping? Pixel? I'm telling you, Pixel always shows up! What's Pixel gonna do?
I should think about getting up.
Dick move, Pixel.
Who did this?
I'm telling you. When did we start following Snippy though? I thought we were following... Yo, what happened? I'm telling you, Pixel always shows up when you least expect it. There we go. But yeah, in Final Fantasy XIV, and I think it's a very bad argument, people argue that the level up potion is a pay to win, but you can say that, and it technically in theory would be a level up thing or a pay to win thing, but the reality is the only thing you're winning is passing like all the level up dungeons. You don't really get much out of skipping everything in the game. And even then, can I do this? Ah, of course not. Oh shoot. Wait a second. There you go. That's what I needed to do. But even then, like, I don't think you really benefit from doing a level up potion in Final Fantasy XIV. Because you don't actually learn the game at all. You probably actually do worse. You can buy gold level boosts, faction changes, race changes. I don't know about the faction change or race change being a pay to win option. Exclusive mounts. Like those last three, I don't know if they're pay to win. Because doesn't World of Warcraft... Okay, I could be wrong about World of Warcraft. But doesn't World of Warcraft have a lot of different things in-game for mounts? You like the room? Yeah, I had to change your room because like you were asking for a new room. Or was it somebody else, I think? I don't know about the faction change or race change being pay to win. I think it was just like other options. If the mounts give you like extra speed, I guess you could say, but at the same time, most people don't race each other with with their mounts, and there's no like winning aspect to it. The level up maybe, but I think the level up is the same thing as the Final Fantasy 14 thing, where you can level up boosts in World of Warcraft, but it doesn't necessarily benefit you in any way because you don't actually learn the game. You just get to level 70 and then you are basically level 70 and you don't know what to do with the game. Like, I can understand if maybe they have exclusive armor or weapons inside the cash shop, or if the mounts are basically 100 times faster than regular mounts. There was a mount with a trade and bank haul. I guess I could see that one being pay to win on the more mercantile side. So that one I guess you could say is pay to win, because that one would be more pay to win if you can access it from anywhere. But that's interesting. Bank and trade hall, you just carry that around with you? Do you know Fenrir's like super cool and nice? I did know Fenrir's super cool and super nice. Sherwood, oh that sounds familiar too. Sherwood Dungeon? I think I heard that game before. But it's hard to say. Lying? Wow. Because like... Give me a second. Just figured out the color for this. Because the only one I could think of that's probably that pay to win on the thing you mentioned is the last one. But it's like hard for me to judge World of Warcraft as somebody who hasn't actually played the game, you know? So I don't know anything in the game outside of information that's passed on to me. So for all I know, maybe there is more pay to win aspects than I think there is. I do know there is the implication of pay to win based on the WoW token, right? Because with the WoW token, you can buy it with real money and sell it for in-game money. And it's the same reason, it's the same problem that RuneScape has, right? Where RuneScape essentially has a membership token where you could just buy membership tokens and sell it for money. That's the closest thing I could think of to pay to win, because then you could use all that money you got from the game to buy equipment, right? You should play every MMO in existence. I have played every MMO in existence. Gameplay and benefits? Did they? Because every race has something different, but I don't know if everybody stacked on orcs for their attack bonus. Because I know when I saw or played it before, I saw like people of different races, right? But then if there is like too much benefits, what's stopping someone from just picking orc from the very beginning? What about closers? Check under your chair right now. Check under your chair right now. There we go. But like I said, I don't know enough about World of Warcraft. Maybe the race is a big deal, and I was just like, maybe people are just playing races for casual reasons, if anything. Because if the races are pay to win, then people should be just optimizing. Maybe you want different bonuses at different times? Is that really a thing that people do? Like, do people actually switch races just for their bonuses? Well, I guess that makes sense if one race is better at crafting and gathering, but that's a very silly notion when you think about it. Because like, if one class is better for battles, and one class is better for crafting, well, I guess that's why people make alts. Because I know in Final Fantasy 14 has people, what's it called? Have everything in one character. I need a landmine down there. Check your chair now. Let me see. World of Warcraft race benefits. That's crazy. If that was the case and you had to switch every week just to keep up, I could see why people would think World of Warcraft is a pay-to-win game then. Unique passives granted to a race, things such as combat utility. Some offer minor optimization for PvP and PvE. Ah, I see. So I'm guessing people want to switch back and forth for PvP and PvE? All racial passives and legions that matter. Racial traits. How significant are racials? They're more significant for utility, and it depends on your build and class role. Doesn't have... That's crazy! Wow! That's crazy! Then yeah, I guess in that sense that if you're paying to go back and forth between races just because of different content, then yeah, that's definitely pay to win then. especially if it's required. It's not like you have to. Well, it depends. Like, how much of the gameplay does it affect? If it affects a lot of the gameplay, right? Like, say you're down 10 levels because you're decide to be a dwarf instead of a gnome, you know? Then I do think that would be very detrimental. Especially if a specific race or class has a benefit in PvP, then yeah, that's pay to win. Because then you essentially have to be that specific class in order to have a better chance at PvP. And you can choose not to engage in it, right? But if you want to go higher, in a way, you're locked behind having to pay money. But then does that... Why do people play different races? I guess it's just for RPing. Do people like the RP in Final Fantasy XIV? Or not Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft? I mean, you could just buy level boost. I don't think the level boost is gonna affect anything. Because, hear me out on this, right? Imagine this. I think, if I'm correct, World of Warcraft has, like, weapon proficiency. Imagine if one race has an additional plus 10 on swords, right? So that means, say, that class or that thing, when they hit cap of 150, they will actually have 160. I think that's what ratios are? Or am I wrong? Does anyone play World of Warcraft? I can't believe I have this many viewers and not a single one of you play World of Warcraft. Somebody tell me, is this true? Because that's crazy. I won't lie, that is pretty crazy of a system to have in a game where races, like, being racist is the goal. Wow, yeah. Wow, World of Warcraft, wow. Because I really don't think that should be something in the game. Oh wow, yeah. I can't believe none of you guys play World of Warcraft. Not a single one of my chat members are crazy. Well, I guess this is why people didn't like World of Warcraft. Because, like, at cap, you will always be behind somebody else unless you pay money. And you have to be forced to do something that you don't want to do. The thing is, too, I think Final Fantasy XIV also has minuscule, like, racial difference. But they're very, very minuscule. Like, maybe like 100 difference, 100 HP difference or 100 MP difference. Well, actually, that was back when MP used to be not 10,000. But it's very, 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 very minuscule to the point where it's like not noticeable. Like a Laphel is technically super small, slightly, 5 points of damage smaller than a Rogadin. I don't think the bonuses are that strong, but the system being there when it benefits is pay to win. That's crazy though, if that's the case. Like, from the sounds of it, it's not very small benefits. Right? Because it said they're PvP and PvE, right? So optimization. Since it's a paid option, that's crazy though. I didn't realize how pay to win World of Warcraft is. I thought it was just a standard MMO, but I guess there's a lot to World of Warcraft I don't understand. Hey, Pragmata. Let me go look for a picture of this game. That's a shame, though. I feel bad for the World of Warcraft people. I don't think they deserve something like that, like having things locked down behind stuff like that. I know, like in Final Fantasy XIV, though, you do have a racial change that you could do, but because the benefits are so minuscule, like, it's not really a pay-to-win option. You can change from a Laphel to, say, like, a Rogadin and have a strength bonus. But that strength bonus is very, very minuscule. I think back then, actually, it was a bigger benefit, but not as big. Also non-lewd? Yeah, they wanted something more humorous. So, not lewd. The thing is, too, I was kind of pushing the lewd. Maybe I'm the problem here. Maybe I'm the problem with the lewdness. There we go. I wonder why people stuck with World of Warcraft for so long. Maybe you're the pervert. Smacks lips. Maybe you are the pervert. Smacks lips. Okay. Alin Laphel? Alin Laphel.
Well, anyway.
I wonder if there's any other MMOs. I know there's like the big MMOs like Elder Scroll Online, Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, and Guild Wars 2. But I'm kind of curious, like, beyond World of Warcraft, what other pay-to-win, or not pay-to-win, paid MMOs are there? I know Elder Scrolls and... what's it called? Elder Scrolls and Guild Wars are one-time costs. You don't have a subscription. But is there any other MMOs? I guess Destiny? Would you consider Destiny 2 to be MMO? I suppose so. A game can be pay to win and fun for free to play. I guess that's true, and I guess that's why people like World of Warcraft, but it's interesting if you're locked out. If you're definitely locked out of it, you know? I think pay to win should only be allowed if free to play players can catch up somehow. Not to say that it should always be there, but saying in the sense that, like, basically players should have the option to grind that out, even if it's not preferable. I didn't mean WoW. Oh. But the thing is, I'm trying to think of, like, what games have a subscription other than Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft? RuneScape? Is RuneScape also pay to win? Oh yeah, technically, yeah. Actually, yeah, technically, RuneScape is technically pay to win thanks to the membership tokens. I explained how, like, that was the case, right? Why I'm so on WoW when I haven't used Battle Network in a while. I mean, like, you know, it's one of those things that you're very passionate about. Do you ever play WoW? I feel like the thing is, like, if you're a person that played WoW before, you probably would be a lot more passionate for the changes in the system in the game. Right? You don't like to see your favorite game, like, go down the drain because of that. I'm not as committed to WoW. I just, like, played it because my friends wanted to play it. But I imagine people feel the same way about Final Fantasy XIV. I think people feel the same way that Final Fantasy XIV has been going down the drain. People who are very passionate and love the game so much will feel that way. It's hard to say because, like, there are some truths to them, but there are also, like, some lies to it. Because I've seen, like, some of the things people say about specific games, and it's hard to say. Once for Hearthstone? So wait, you played the game? You played WoW then, yeah. I read that you could buy super. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, RuneScape and World of Warcraft had that problem, right? That's where, at first, I knew about the pay-to-win aspect. Because players can just buy tokens and sell it for money and get gear. And in my opinion, that is a kind of pay-to-win aspect to it. Not locked pay-to-win, like the racial stuff, but pay-to-win nonetheless. It's always rough to see, too. I did just not a lot. Probably just want to crap on Blizzard. Just hate Blizzard so much. But I guess it's one of those things. I mean, you just hate Blizzard that much. There we go. That even without the... I guess there's a lot of people that hate Blizzard that much, actually, though. Blizzard's a very popular one to hate. But I'm sure there's still people who enjoy the game, and if you enjoy the game, it's fine. I think it's good to enjoy the game that you like. If you like World of Warcraft, then you like World of Warcraft. I don't wanna crap on anyone's parade and say, like, you know, your game is terrible. Because sure it has some things, but I'm sure there's some good things to it. Like I said, I haven't played the game. I'm sure there's some good aspects to it that people like, and that's why people stuck to the game. You know? I'm doubling back. I'm backpedaling right now at the very moment. If you like World of Warcraft, you like World of Warcraft. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to get canceled. You have every right to like World of Warcraft, chat member. All of you, every single one of you, even the people that never played World of Warcraft, you have every right. There we go. to play a lot of Hearthstone. Hearthstone is still a thing too, right? The thing is you need membership for mini quests, yeah. Same with that, yeah. But you do have a lot free, but I think the real experience of RuneScape is through membership. It is a nice option to have membership tokens be free, but it is a pain in the butt to, you know, make the money for it. Yeah, there's a lot to RuneScape. But I don't think it necessarily ruins the game, the membership and the free-to-play, or the pay-to-win. Because there is other things you can do. They killed any fun I had with Hearthstone? I see. There is still lots of things you can do in those MMOs, and there's still a lot of aspects to it. And even if you can get your equipment like that, you can still get equipment other ways.
Good. For real.
Alright, let me finish this up. I was just stretching. You guys can't see when I stretch anymore?
What's up with this?
Because my phone's out of battery. Is 100 mil GP? Really? I thought it was 10 mil. Because I remember last when I played RuneScape, it was 10 mil. I was like, oh yeah, 10 mil's not too hard to make. But the 10 mil was hard to make. I can't imagine having to make 10 mil and living off. Like at that point, that's what I would consider a second job. If you are playing the free-to-play so hard just so you can make the money to buy your own membership. That's what I would consider a second job. Alright, let me go send this to the client, see if they like it. I haven't played the Battle.net in a while. Who knows? If that's the case, then like I wonder if things change, because I haven't played World of Warcraft either in a while. I wonder if they changed some systems and stuff, because there has to be a reason why people like still enjoy the game and still believe in WoW, other than Stockholm Syndrome. Alright, let me send this to a client. Okay.
My heart is racing.
Is it me or beef jerky is so expensive nowadays? I might start jerking it myself. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, don't. Honestly, don't. It's actually pretty easy to make your own beef jerky. You just need to put it in the oven low heat, let it cook for a while, right? Dry it out. I mean, I heard people like to do it out in the sun, but I feel safer when it's in the very low heat in an oven compared to leaving it out. Hey there, Mr. Bix. How you doing? 109? That's crazy. Okay. So that one's done. Let me go get started on the next one. So I don't need a dehydrator? No, dehydrator is just a fancier way of doing it, but you can't just do it in a low heat oven. It just takes longer. But the thing is, you pay for it in terms of like electricity if you have electricity, or gas if you're using gas. Okay. So I finished up this one for Kumi, but Kumi hasn't gotten back to me. Alright, Lady Doom, I believe, needs a new sketch. Thanks, bestie. Yeah! You can do that with a lot of things too, because a low heat, long time can act as a dehydrator in a way. It just takes much longer. But I would say if you do have a dehydrator, just use it. Alright. I wouldn't want to come back to WoW, especially since the gameplay was okay-ish at best. What level did you get up to? I remember, well, I played WoW Classic, and I had never really played much of Retail. I think on Retail I only got to like level 50. But Classic I was like level 40 or so. But that was like years ago. I want to say like 7, 8+ years at this point. I haven't touched WoW in a while. You know what's funny? I misread this thing and it said they're like to put a demon, but I read that as dragon, so I had a dragon and I'm supposed to make it into a demon. Oops, my bad. Oops, oops. I won't lie though, I did enjoy WoW Classic's loop of gameplay. It was actually surprisingly simple and fun. Imagine Dragon? Yeah, I did Imagine Dragon. The thing is too, like I thought, like it... they are very similar words. My dyslexia kicked in once again. I was like, I don't remember a dragon in Mortuary Assistant. But then I thought, like, I never really saw everything in Mortuary Assistant, so maybe there is a dragon in there? I was closing my eyes and running around. The max you could for free when I was a kid. Didn't have money to spend on a sub. If I could, I would just buy a normal game. I don't remember what that was. I paid for the sub, so that's why I was able to get as far. So, but I do know like the later game is a lot more fun because you have more skill sets. But I do know also MMO gameplay is something unique, more Draconous. Imagine if I played this game actually looking and I saw things. No, chat, I am not playing this game again. If I'm gonna play this game again, it's gonna be using the, what's it called? Just going to the mortuary mode. That was before Classic? Ah, I see. So retail. Wait, did World of Warcraft had a free trial for retail? I'm trying to think. I don't remember actually. Except I wonder why I never tried it earlier. Because I know like for a long time I've been wanting to try World of Warcraft. Time to find it in VR chat and make you play it there. Shut up, shut up. I remember there was one when I played Classic, but I don't know when that got added. It was low level? Ah, I see. So you're saying it's not like Final Fantasy XIV where you get the hit expansion Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and now Shadowbringer, along with 80 levels of free content and everything up until that final moment when you get to fight the final boss there. That's hundreds of hours of content for you guys in Final Fantasy XIV. What does it mean for Final Fantasy XIV? Let me look it up. Let me go read that properly. F14 mean. Is this an ad? Yes. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringer expansion, all the way up to level 80 for free with no restriction on playtime? Skip! Someone skip that guy! Final Fantasy 14 is much better. Yeah, you got a lot of story there for free. Like if I didn't pay for a subscription, I'd probably be playing on the free account. That story was fun. I would love to go through it again. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Final Fantasy 14. I didn't want to bother with getting the launcher. I get that. I heard like people, the biggest thing that people struggle with Final Fantasy 14 is installing the game, which I don't know. I actually never had a problem with, but you know what? I think I don't know what I did, but like I heard that's the biggest gripe people have with Final Fantasy 14. But I never had a problem installing. People said the same thing though. There's a lot of like people saying that they can't get past the installation phase. Anybody here who played Final Fantasy 14? Do you remember when you first installed it? I know Final Fantasy 11 gave me a problem with installation though, back long ago. But maybe it's because like people installed Final Fantasy 14 much earlier than I have, so maybe there was a lot more problems before. Just like how Final Fantasy 11 used to have a lot of problems with installation. Parts. Okay. I don't remember if the demon was this big. I want to play Final Fantasy 14, guys. I want to play Final Fantasy 14. Oh yeah, I want to play Final Fantasy 14. I want to play Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14. I just want to play, guys. Just let me play. Let me play. Let me in. Let me in. There we go. Addicted. No, no, no. No. Here's my counterpoint. No. It wouldn't be hard if I really wanted it, but at best, I would play it for a bit, and at worst, I would be forced to pay every month. I mean, technically, you could do pretty much everything up until Shadowbringer for free. There's actually no limitation on what content you could do. You can even do Blue Mage. I love Blue Mage content. I know like some people don't like Blue Mage, but I love collecting spells. But I get that. I guess if you're too committed to the game, you'll want to pay a subscription. But the only... shut up, better. The only thing is... yeah, addicted, yeah. The only thing is that you have restriction on the free market, so you can't buy things off the free market so easily, and you can't make parties, right? But outside that, you pretty much have access to a lot of the game. And you don't really need to buy equipment from other players. The only time you ever need to buy equipment from other players is for Savage raiding. And most players don't ever become a Savage raider. Don't really like certain live service games since I just hate limited time content. It pains me. You know what? That's actually something I remember in World of Warcraft that I didn't like. Because I was talking about it with a friend. And apparently every expansion wipes the ending away, right? And because I was talking to them about Destiny, I was like, oh, why do they have the Destiny Vault? And they said, it's just like World of Warcraft. And I said, like, what? And they explained to me how at the end of every expansion and the start of another one, they take out the last quest of the expansion. So the only people who got to see the ending of the quest are the people who were there. I can imagine that with Final Fantasy XIV. Imagine like the end of Heaven's Ward or the end of Stormblood or the end of Shadowbringer. You had to be there for it. Because Destiny 2 wiped this whole story mode out just because the, you know, the vaulting thing. But yeah, I learned about that in World of Warcraft and that was, oof. That was something I would not get behind. Even more so, Imagine Dragons. Let me tell you about these dragondies. There you go. MMOs bring together two things I hate: forced player interaction and limited content. I get that. I'm trying to think though. What limited? I guess the events you could say for Final Fantasy XIV, the side events. What else would there be? I mean, there's the, what's it called? The Fall Guys. Now that Fall Guys, what's these? These, these, you know, these. But I feel like at this point, every live service game has limited content. Granblue has limited content. Limbus has limited content. Blue Archive has limited content. I think a lot of games at this point have a lot of limited content things. Genshin Impact, oof, is the king of limited content. Holy crap, I can't believe Genshin Impact got away with so much to have like all these interesting mini games and stuff, and they just wiped them out. Never to come back again. Genshin Impact is like the king of that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think it's a pretty normal thing of like live service game. Kind of weird that we kind of normalize it when you think about it. But I guess it's one of those things. I feel like if you don't want to deal with like live servers or limited content, you have to like just play a single player game at that point. Single player games are the only things I could think of that doesn't have a limited content kind of thing. If you're playing an MMO or you're playing a gacha game, you are asking for that pain of FOMO. Here you go. I'm gonna send this to the client, see if they like it. Bring back events. Isn't there a limited characters that you can't get ever again? I thought there was like Hatsune Miku in Blue Archive, because I remember Sorty mentioning it. Will Miku ever come back? I'll never get Hatsune Miku in Blue Archive. Never get Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku! Kind of interesting too, because like I wouldn't have known that Miku was in the game if Sorty never mentioned that Miku was in the game. Pain. Pain, Peko. Wasn't there also like the, what's it called? Didn't they also have another collab with what's that thing called? Railgun, that's right, Railgun. Yeah, they had characters from Railguns too. Did those one get a rerun before? It was Miku and the Railgun characters? Yeah, so... Yeah, I think that's the nature of gacha games. You will have your eventual never come back characters.
Yeah. Yep.
So, whoops, I forgot to save that file and send it to the client. Okay. My Miku. My precious little Miku. Well, wow. Okay. Let me go send this to a client. Let's see. How's this? Okay. And Kumi just sent me a message. I love the choice, but I fear Mewtwo might not like. Okay. So give me a second. Let me go fix the Kumi one. Let me just make sure I can work on this. Okay. Give me a second. I'm getting so professional. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm very professional. Professional VTuber. Look at this message. I'm not wearing pants. Honestly, I don't really care since they aren't story relevant. I get that. And that's why I feel about the Limbus one too. Because I don't think the Limbus one was story relevant, was it? But then again, they had the story event. Same with the Granblue one. Granblue had the Persona 5. You know what? I think it's just one of those things. Most of the time collabs feel like weird in a game. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good point to mention. I think I like collabs when it kind of like works better for the game, but it's hard to say that because a lot of games have clashing collaborations. Like the Alloy and Genshin Impact was certainly something. And it's always funny when you think about it because they have like the uncaps for it, but they never really uncapped her. Alright, let's see. So variant, brighter, saturated, okay. Sensors suck, okay.
Seeking an expert on cringe.
Expert on cringe. Alright. Is this
I think I'll start a vlog about mother.
Butter chicken? Okay. I'm never gonna get Hatsune Miku though in Blue Archive. I wanted Hatsune Miku. When I heard Hatsune Miku in Blue Archive, I was like, I need to get her. But sad. Lo and behold, no Hatsune Miku. Give me a second. My brain's trying to process what I'm doing here.
I'm writing you in regards to...
Okay. And we could rasterize and merge this layer. Alright, do something like this, underneath, like so. Okay, darken this up. Give me a second, my brain's trying to process. Limbus had its own story, but it wasn't very story relevant. I see. I get collab being limited. My problem is only when the collab limited stuff. You can't replace it with non-collab stuff. But Miku! I want my Miku! Crying Miku noises! My Miku in Blue Archive. She was very cute. I like her design in Blue Archive too. Hatsune Miku. Nothing can replace Miku in my heart. In Blue Archive. I wonder if she has any event stuff though. I always wonder about that in Blue Archive, like with the collab characters, if they also have like the screen display and stuff like that. Alright. I never got into Miku. I like Miku. She's cute. Okay, is this butter chicken? And then they asked for different colors for the background, which is not too hard to do. Okay. Do they have any specific colors they want to do? I thought she was some figurine and never looked into it. I get that. It's definitely not for anyone. Okay, then we could do this.
Woo?
Woo? Whoa, 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 whoa. Can I change the color saturation? I guess not. How can we do this? Ah! I got an idea. Screen.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Maybe if we have a multiplayer layer here? I guess, though, it's harder to get darker than black. There we go. All characters have live 2Ds from what I know, so even Miku? Does my Miku tell me how much she loves me as her sensei? Not to say that I'm her sensei or anything, guys. Darker than black? Someone got the reference. I never seen the anime though! Okay, we'll do a blue one. And then, how about green? Okay. Professional VTuber. Is Yeon drinking a bunch of soda? I'm just listening to it right now. There we go. I like the first season, but never finished the second. I heard it's pretty good, but I just haven't gone around to it. It's like all anime. Alright. G. Okay. B. Alright. And then R. Alright. There we go. Of course, YouTube's the problem here. Alright. Can do. How's this? What was that sound? Mother? I do like soda. She has one, but I doubt you would even use it. I would use Miku. The thing is too, it's just like in Granblue. I like to cycle my characters out on the home screen. That way I can make use of all my characters. I love character collecting and seeing them and appreciating them. You have an excuse to bring Watch Along back? I've been wanting to bring a Watch Along back. We should have done it for anime. Okay, so that one's check out. Let me go put that there. But I know like right now I have my characters in Blue Archive cycling through their home screen. At least the ones I have the main screen for. Like Yuka, what's her name? I forgot the mask girl's name. And Hina. Alright, let's see if we could do... It's still anime? We're too late. My rule of thumb is if I miss out the first few days, I can't make it up. It's over. Anime's over. Anime's canceled, chat. That's my dumb rule of thumb. Since I didn't start off anime like that, we can't do it anymore. Wakumo? Yeah, I have Wakumo. Those are like the only characters I have the home screen for. Let me see. Let's make a new one. I do need a sketch out. I need 2 sketches out. Snippy and I are maracas friends. Yeah, it's cute. I love it when like they play the maracas with each other. Dang, no Union. Yeah, Union's dead. I like Union though. Alright, I think that was a good time for me to end stream though, because I probably should get going. Loophole for Spooktober. Yeah, don't worry, chat. I'm sure things will be better by Spooktober, but if they won't, if they don't, I'm sorry to say there's a potential that Spooktober might be cancelled. I'm sorry. Before you go, really quick, what's up? Thank you for the stream. I had fun. I'm glad you guys had fun. It was fun talking to you guys. I had my plush. I had my your AP history test because I locked in after you told me to study. That's good. If I got a 5, that's good. Good luck. I wish you good luck with that. See you tomorrow. I might have to stream later tomorrow. We'll see, because I have to see what Mama Sheep feels, because I don't know if she wants to go out for dinner or she wants to go out for lunch. Because tomorrow's Mother's Day. Heads up, guys. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, so make sure to tell your mama how much you appreciate them. October, you'll be finally starting the library. I know. In fact, let's cancel library. All library streams are canceled. I'm replacing them with Final Fantasy 14. We are only playing Final Fantasy 14 until we catch up to Evercold. So Final Fantasy 14 streams until then. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I'll try to come back tomorrow, or I'll try to see when I come back tomorrow. I might be in the evening, or might be in the afternoon. I'll see. Schedule's still in the air. What's the 3rd of May? Really? I didn't know it was different per country. But yeah, parts. Let's see if anyone's in love.
Greek salad. Greek salad.
Why are you saying Greek salad out of nowhere? Is Alan in a fight with someone? Let me see. What do you have to say really quick, Alan? Before we go.
Well,
Playing with your little Grems. Farts. Everybody's farting.
honestly, though, I want to take Snippy on a date, but I have 0 ideas for where.
Go take her.
Any suggestions?
Why don't you figure it out yourself? Why don't you go out?
Of
It's a
course,
beautiful day.
the answer was so
You know, I just realized though,
simple. Okay, time
there's
to
no
meet up
weather
with Snippy,
system in this
right?
game. No rain, no snow, no bad day. Every day is a sunny day on my island. Valentine 2, apparently?
I'm
Yeah!
looking forward to spending time together.
Right? Honestly though? Honestly though? Alright. They're still not getting married. How long have they been married? Or girlfriend and boyfriend? How long have they been they've been dating? 14 days! Still not married. Get married! What about you, Ramis? How do you feel?
Yeah,
Yo.
like, I want to try living with Package. Not that I care.
No, you gotta stay in the household.
You think?
This is a full household. Look, we got a full household of 8. You have to stay. I'm not letting you go. Alright. Usually the orange ones are the ones I check. Yellows have sometimes something, but usually it's like I'm hungry because I haven't been feeding them. They're so hungry, chat. I haven't fed them in so long. I'm hungry.
Ella,
Are you hungry?
I've been considering.
No.
Oh, really? Then I'll leave it as is.
Yeah. Alright though, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys for coming. Tomorrow I might do more drawing streams just to catch up, but I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I finished another commission. I have 3 outstanding commissions to do, so. You guys take care of yourself. See you tomorrow, maybe? Just yap, video games, and you guys take care of yourself. Bye. Wow, magnifying glass. Wow, bye. You take care of yourself. Have a good one. Bye-bye, video games, hungry, food. Ah! Snippy make up a package? No, they never did. They hate each other. They want to kill each other. I can't do anything about them.